Hello, good morning, friends. Today I am going to explain the problem number 151 from the NEET 2019 S2 paper. So, S2 code. So, what the problem is, the most suitable reagent for the following conversion. Okay. So, but2-ine is given and cis-2-butene is coming. So, they are asking that is which is the most suitable reagent. अब dear friend, if you take this one CH3, this is solution we are doing. Okay, CH3, C triple bond C, and here is CH3 is there. Okay, and with this option, if you are going with this option, what you will be able to understand, student, if you are taking option number 1, ZnHCl, if you are taking this one, you will get the alkyl halide. Okay, alkyl halide, but we need cis2-ene. अब suppose you are taking that is Hg2, if you are removing this and you are taking another option, and another option is what option? This is that is Hg2 plus and then H plus and water. It will give that is, it will give the alcohol. Okay, alcohol. This reaction is, what is student name of the reaction? Oxymercuration and demercuration. That is correct. Oxymercuration and demercuration. So this is also cannot be used. Student, that is the one more option they have given, and that is what the option they have given is sodium and liquid ammonia. Okay, sodium and liquid ammonia is the example of what, student? This is example of Birch reduction. Okay, sodium and liquid ammonia is an example of Birch reduction. And Birch reduction, if you talk about the Birch reduction, this cannot be used for the cis. It is always used for the transalkene. Okay, so here if you are removing this and you are using the sodium and liquid ammonia. So see the product what you are able to get is student, Na is there, and you are taking what is student? You are taking liquid ammonia. So what you are getting, C double bond O, here is what will come CH3, this side also comes CH3, here is hydrogen and here is hydrogen. So this is what, student, this is what is trans, okay, 2-butene, trans 2-butene. But in the option they are asking, what they are asking, cis-2-butene. So this is not also option. So what is left, student? That is the option number D is left. That is your correct answer. But by the way, you try to little understand this one, how the option number D will be. Okay, that is the very interesting here. Okay, so when you are doing the reduction by hydrogenation with the help of pelletized charcoal, so what we are taking, student, here is the option D. If you are taking option number D, student, what is the region for cis? You try to understand here. So here is CH3 is there, and then what is C triple bond C, CH3 is there. Dear friend, what you are using this one, you are taking H2, okay, and pelletized charcoal you are taking, okay, and that is what is other is the quinoline, and you are taking quinoline medium. So what you are taking, that is trans, okay, that is cis. What you are getting, cis alkene you will be able to get. Cis alkene means symmetrical alkene, same side, that is similar group will be there. So here is CH3, this side also CH3, here is hydrogen, and that is this side also hydrogen. Dear friend, what we have to understand this, okay, from this, see, that is this is cis-2-butene. Friend, see, when hydrogen is there, there is the metal, okay, there is the metal. This is the, which metal, student? This is palladium metal. Hydrogen, when you are talking about hydrogen, will come from which side? All the hydrogen will come from same side, okay, not from other side. So if all the hydrogen are coming from same side, suppose here is the same side, here is the metal is there, and hydrogen will come here. So what it will compound, it will give, student, it will give cis, because same side hydrogen will go and will attach. So that is, we will be able to get the cis-butene. So what would be our answer, student? Hydrogen with pelletized charcoal will be the catalyst used to convert the but2-ine to cis-2-butene. This is our answer, student. Now let us move for another problem. Now the problem number 152, the magnet and permagnet ions are tetrahedral D2. Dear student, they are asking that is magnet and permagnet ion. When you are going to solve this problem, this is quite easy. A magnet ion, if you talk about magnet ion, what is magnet ion? This is the MnO4 2 minus, okay, and that is another is their permagnet ion. Permagnet ion. A permagnet ion means what, student? This is MnO4 minus. What they are saying, that is both structure are tetrahedral. So if we talk about the Mn, student, so here is double bond O, here is double bond O, and this is O negative and O negative. And here is also, you can see here is Mn is there, double bond O, 2 negative, here is single negative. Double bond O, and here is O negative. This will come. Dear friend, they are saying that it's tetrahedral. Both are the sp3 hybrid, but okay, no, don't go for hybrid. What we have to do, student, for this case, why they are tetrahedral, if you talk about, that is this one, oxygen and Mn. So oxygen, they have only the what orbital they are having. All is the case of pi bonding, student. All is the case of pi bond. So in case of pi bond, how the pi bond is possible, student? Oxygen is having no d orbital. So what is having? It is the p pi, and Mn is having no vacant p orbital. So what it will form? D pi. So what kind of pi bond will form due to p orbital of oxygen, okay, and d orbital of Mn, okay, d orbital. Similarly, if you talk about this case, this is also the p pi from the oxygen, p pi, and whatever the Mn, if you talk about, so Mn having the d orbital, so d pi, this is Mn. So that is p pi orbital will be p orbital of the oxygen and d orbital of Mn will be involved. So you check from the option number A, pi bond from the p orbital of oxygen and p orbital of Mn, wrong. Pi bond d orbital of oxygen, no d orbital oxygen. Pi bond of p orbital of oxygen, d orbital. So option number 3 is the correct option. This is the easy problem. Now let us move on to another problem. Let us see question number 153, students. The question number 153 is from electrochemistry, a very simple problem. For a cell involving one electron, okay, involving how many electrons, student? One electron. E naught cell is given. How much is given? 0.59 volt at 298 Kelvin. The equilibrium constant for the cell reaction is, we know that is Nernst equation, E cell equal to E naught cell minus 0.059 upon n log. What is that is equilibrium constant, that is K. Dear student, what they are saying, that is at equilibrium, this will be there. So what we can write at equilibrium, E cell equal to what is 0. So here we can write that 0 is equal to E naught cell minus 0.059 upon n log K. Okay. Dear student, E cell is 0. So if E cell is 0, so E naught cell, this will come that side. So E naught cell equal to 0.059, and for 1 electron, so divided by 1 and log K. Log K we need to calculate. E naught cell is given 0.59. So here I am writing, student, 0.59, because here E naught cell is given 0.59 volt equal to what will come, student? It is 0.059 log K. Log K is equal to 0.59 upon 0.059 equal to what will come, student? 10. So log K is equal to 10. Log K equal to 10. So what we can write, student, but they are asking K. So K equal to what will come, student? K equal to, so 10 power 10. K equal to 10 power 10 will be our answer. So which one will be option, student? Option number 1. 1 into 10 power 10. This is the option number 1 is correct answer. Now let us move another problem, student. Problem number 154. Now let's see the very simple problem from the equilibrium chapter. That is the problem number 154. pH of a saturated solution of calcium hydroxide is 9. The solubility product अब student pH is given, so pH is equal to, they are saying 9, so POH how to calculate, that is 14 minus 9, so how much will come? 9. So POH is equal to 9. POH is equal to 5, and if you want to concentrate OH minus 1 concentration, how much? 10 power minus 5 will go. Okay, this is the concentration. Now student, that is, if you see, that is calcium hydroxide is there, and if you ionize calcium hydroxide, it will give Ca2 plus 2OH minus. Okay, solubility, suppose this is S, so this will be the 2S. Up now student, you see concentration is given. Okay, so what concentration is given student? 2S is given. How much? 2S is given. How much? 10 power minus 5. Okay, so S is equal to how much will come? 10 power minus 5 by 2. This will be the S. Up now solubility, when you are talking solubility, KSP is equal to S into 2S. S into 2S. Up dear student, S into 2S, this is the KSP. So what would be the, actually KSP is equal to power, it will be there, S into, here you write, better you write, that is how to write the solubility. So for solubility, if you can write, here is Ca2 plus multiply by OH minus, and here is power 2, and here if you take this solubility is S, and the solubility of OH will be also S square. Okay, अब now you keep out the values student. So S value how much is there student? 10 power minus 5 by 2. This is multiply by, up you see the OH concentration how much? 10 power minus 5 OH concentration. Here you better you can write, that is OH minus, okay, square. So OH concentration is 10 power minus 5 square. Okay, so what will be the coming value will come student? 10 power minus 5 by 2 multiply by 10 power minus 15, and power will be get added, so 1 by 2, it will coming 1 by 2 multiply by 10 power minus 15. So 1.1 by 2 means 0.5 into 10 power minus 15 will be our option. Now match up with the option number 1. This is 0.125. This is the wrong. 0. This is the also power is 10. This is also wrong. Option number C is correct. 0.5 into 10 power minus 15. So this is our answers. So this is very simple problem from the equilibrium chapter. Now let us move on another problem. Problem number 154. The problem number 155 is from the solution chapter. What they are saying, for an ideal solution, the correct option is there. Ab ideal solution, you know student, ideal solution, if you know, that is follow the Raoult's law. Okay, follow the Raoult's law. What is the ideal solution? That follow the Raoult's law. Now from this one, what they are saying, that is delta mixing enthalpy equal to 0. Of ideal solution we know, that is delta mixing of V, okay, that is always 0. Okay, and that is whatever the mixing, enthalpy of mixing is also there, also 0. So V mixing is 0, H mixing is 0, and if when you are talking delta S mixing entropy is always, when you are talking about always negative. Okay, always positive. Entropy is always, randomness will always increase when you are mixing something. And when you are talking about delta mixing gives free energy. Okay, so it will be the always negative for all type of solution. These two are the, for ideal or non-ideal solution is the same, but this delta V mixing is 0 and delta H mixing is 0 for ideal solution. So option number A, delta mixing H equal to 0 at constant temperature. This is option number A is, I think this is option number A is correct. Delta B number delta, why not correct? Delta mixing G at constant temperature, this is not 0, that should be negative, and delta mixing entropy, that is also positive, and B is not equal to 0, that is also, these three are wrong. Option number B is the correct. Very easy problem student. Now let us move on the problem number 156. Now the problem number 156 student, a gas at 350 Kelvin and 15 bar has the molar volume 20% smaller than the ideal gas under the, means what they are saying is student, V real, okay, is smaller than smaller than ideal, okay, is smaller than ideal. So means ideal, V ideal is more, okay, V ideal is more. Dear student, when you are talking about, you read out the question, a gas at 350 Kelvin and 15 bar has molar volume 20% smaller than that of ideal gas. So V real is less than V ideal. The same condition, the correct option about the gas and compressibility factor Z is, okay. So what we will be able to understand is, student, from this one, V real and V ideal. So Z is, when you are talking about this, Z is equal to what, student? V real upon V ideal, okay. So Z is equal to compressibility factor V real upon V ideal. Of this, what they are saying is, student, V real is less and V ideal is more. So this is, suppose it is the 100, so it is 1, okay, if suppose it is 100, so it is 20% smaller, so it will be 80, it will be 80. And when you are calculating this, if you are calculating this, so the value will come 0.8, 0.8, student, means Z value is coming less than 1. Up just less than 1 means compressible, okay, compressible. Up compressible is there, and compressible and Z value is less than 1 means attractive also, okay. So attractive also, this is attractive forces will be also dominant. So when you are talking about Z equal to, you check with the option number 1, what they are saying, attractive forces are dominant, attractive forces are dominant. If attractive forces are dominant, then only it is compressible. Z equal to what they are saying, Z1, so repulsive forces are dominant. If repulsive forces are dominant, we cannot compress, okay, repulsion will be high. So our correct option will be, sir, option number 1, A is the correct. Z equal to more than 1 attractive forces, this is not possible. Z equal to more than 1, Z is more than 1 repulsive, this is 2 options, these are not correct. Only the option correct is option number A. Now let us move for the problem number 150. Student, the problem 157, that is also quite an important problem that we have emphasized so much in the classroom. That is what their problem is 157. The correct order of the basic strength of methyl substituted amine in aqueous solution. See dear friend, it is the aqueous solution, not it in the solid or gaseous phase. This is talking about the aqueous solution. Of in aqueous solution, okay, in aqueous solution, aqueous solution, okay, what we write, that is basic strength depend upon, basic strength of amines depends upon how many factor they are depending upon. This one of, that is first one is, student, that is inductive effect, okay. Inductive effect means plus I effect, inductive effect plus I effect, you can write plus I effect, okay. Plus I effect means what, student? Donor effect, okay. Second one, because the methyl groups are there, all are the electron donating. Second one is the solvation effect, okay, solvation effect. Of solvation effect means, meaning of solvation effect means H bonding. This is what is meaning of solvation effect, this is the H bonding. Now third number option when you are going, student, that is steric hindrance. Third number is the steric hindrance. Third number option is steric hindrance. These all three factors together decide the basic strength of the amines in the aqueous solution. So for the aqueous solution, the order is 2 degree, 1 degree and then 3 degree. This is the order. Because of here steric hindrance is quite high, student, so it is least basic. Here is 2 degree and 1 degree. So you see that is 2 degree means, student, what is CH3 twice NH, this is, then what will become, student, CH3 NH2, and then last one is CH3 thrice N. Okay. Now let us see which number option is matching, student. CH3 thrice, this is wrong. CH3 no first degree. CH3 twice NH. CH3. Option number C is the correct option, student. So 157 number problem option number C is correct option. Now let us move on. Problem number 158.